Zhang Linghe Tian Xiwei's New York appearance has become the center of attention, sparking unbridled curiosity. Many are asking, is this mere coincidence? Or is there something deeper being deliberately hidden from the public? Their presence in the same city isn't entirely out of the ordinary. The entertainment world often brings stars from different parts of the world together. However, what makes this situation different is the timing, context, and how it all unfolded without official explanation. It's as if there's a story unfolding behind the scenes, unscripted. Rumors about their relationship aren't new. Even before their appearance in New York, there were rumors linking the two to a relationship that was more than just professional. Some even went so far as to suggest a secret marriage. These claims may seem exaggerated to some, but to discerning fans, every little clue feels like a piece of a larger puzzle. The photos that circulated show a seemingly casual moment, almost too casual to be considered a coincidence. There were no dramatic poses, no attempts to steal the spotlight. That's precisely what made it feel so real. Their body language became the subject of endless analysis. Their gait, the distance between them, even the direction of their gaze, everything was observed with almost obsessive detail. However, what was most intriguing wasn't what was seen, but what wasn't. There was no confirmation, no denial. The silence from both parties actually fueled the growing speculation. In the entertainment world, silence often speaks louder than words. Some fans believed this was simply an exaggerated coincidence. They argued that two celebrities being in the same city was nothing out of the ordinary, especially if there was a major event that justified their presence. From this perspective, all the rumors were simply the product of the public's overactive imagination. But on the other hand, others saw a more complex pattern. They connected previous incidents, trying to find a common thread that connected them all. From past interactions to seemingly insignificant moments, everything was gathered and analyzed as if to form a coherent narrative. This division of opinion wasn't confined to one region. From Asia to the United States, from Europe to Australia, the discussion raged on endlessly. Each community had its own interpretation, creating diverse yet equally powerful perspectives. Social media has become the primary arena for all this debate. Hashtags have emerged, analytical videos have been created, and new theories continue to emerge. In a digitally connected world, a single image can have 1,000 meanings, depending on who sees it. What makes this situation even more intriguing is how both individuals continue to go about their business as usual. There's no sign of them being bothered by the rumors. This attitude only adds a layer of mystery that's hard to explain. Are they deliberately maintaining their privacy? Or do they simply not feel the need to provide clarification? These questions continue to swirl without definitive answers. And amidst this uncertainty, the public continues to search for certainty they may never have intended to find. Some observers see this as a smart strategy. In an industry that relies heavily on public attention, mystery can be a powerful tool. Without needing to say anything, they remain at the center of global conversation. However, others feel that this situation shouldn't be politicized or overconsumed. They remind them that behind all the rumors, there are real individuals with private lives worthy of respect. On the other hand, loyal fans are savoring every moment of this enigma. For them, the process of finding out is part of the experience itself. Each new clue feels like a small reward that enriches the story they're following. Was this just a coincidence? The question lingers in the air, never truly answered. Because in many cases, the truth doesn't always come in a clear and concise form. Or perhaps, this is a story that simply doesn't want to be told publicly. A relationship that developed in silence, away from the spotlight. If that's true, then every speculation is just a shadow of something far more complex. Time may provide answers, or it may even add more questions. Because in a world filled with mysteries like this, certainty is often the hardest thing to come by. What's clear is that this story has captured the world's attention. Not just because of who is involved, but because of how it all unfolded, without a script, without explanation, and without a clear ending. And perhaps that's where its appeal lies. A story that's incomplete, yet feels so alive. a tantalizing possibility, yet remains just out of reach. So, is this just a coincidence, or a hidden love story slowly unraveling? The answer may never be fully known. But one thing is for sure, the world will continue to watch, guess, and wait, hoping that one day this mystery will finally be solved. And just as public attention begins to subside, new details emerge, reigniting speculation. Some internet users claim to have found similarities in posting times, nearby locations, and even seemingly identical photo backgrounds. Small details that may seem insignificant to some. But to those who have followed this story from the beginning, it all feels like puzzle pieces slowly coming together. Interestingly, there's no single piece of solid evidence, but that's precisely its power. The ambiguity allows imagination to run wild. Everyone is free to interpret what they see, and from there, multiple versions of the story emerge, each seemingly plausible in its own way. Some fans have even begun digging up old interviews, trying to find hidden clues in the words spoken. Facial expressions, tone of voice, even brief pauses in conversation are analyzed as if they hold deeper meaning. It's an approach that may seem excessive, but it reflects the power of public curiosity. On the other hand, others are beginning to question the line between curiosity and privacy. Is all this still within reasonable limits? Or has it crossed a line that shouldn't be crossed? This discussion opens up new perspectives on how the public treats the private lives of public figures in the digital age. Yet, despite all the debate, one thing remains constant. Interest in this story never truly waned. Every day there's an update, no matter how small, that recaptures attention. It's as if the story has its own pulse, constantly alive amidst the rapid flow of information. Some have begun to speculate that if there is indeed something being hidden, it's done so meticulously. There are no major mistakes, no obvious clues. It all feels like part of a carefully executed script, or perhaps just a coincidence that keeps repeating itself. Another thing that makes this story even more fascinating is how quickly public perception can change. What's dismissed as coincidence today could be accepted as compelling evidence tomorrow. Opinions are constantly shifting, influenced by new information that isn't necessarily true, but enough to change people's perspectives. Amidst all this, a bigger question arises. Why are we so drawn to stories like this? Is it because we want to believe in a hidden love story? Or is it because mysteries like this give us something to follow, something more vivid than just another news story? And ultimately, perhaps the answer isn't as simple as yes or no. This story isn't just about two individuals, but about how the public constructs a narrative from small, incomplete pieces. A phenomenon that demonstrates that sometimes the most powerful stories aren't those with clear answers, but rather those that leave room for interpretation.